So welcome back again. So if you have made it so far to question number 10, then you are actually on the right path securing your CKA exams. In case you don't know me, I'm the founder of CodeJanitor and I'm also recently CKAD certified, and my main goal is also to help you secure your exams. So without further much ado, let us practice solving question number 10. So it's going to be around service for a deployment. So 80% of the time you're going to see such similar questions in the exam, so you just need to master this and know how you do this. So it says in namespace default deployment web app ports have label, this label app web app, and then also a service selector is wrong, so the service selector is wrong. Fix web app SVC selector to app web app. So basically we just need to change the selector. So what I will do in the exams, so first of all I will confirm. So what is the pod deployment web app? Okay, get deployment web app. Now we have that, and then the next thing we need to also check is the SVC. So we need to check the SVC. So okay, get SVC web SVC, that's that show labels. Now we can see there are no label selector on this. Okay, describe SVC web app SVC. Now we can see the selector label is wrong here. Okay, get SVC -o wide just to verify. Yes, so when we use -o wide we are able to see the selector, so it's much better we use the -o wide. So I'll clear the screen and then I'll run it again. So okay, get the SVC -o wide, then you can see the selector. So the next thing you need to do is we need to change the selector. So you can actually say edit SVC, and then we say web app SVC, and then we need to change the label selector. So the label selector, we need to change it to app web app. We need to change it to app web app. So basically that's it, and then we can save it. Now we are done for the task, so let us check our work and see. So check question number 10. We've done question number 10, so 9 pass. So now we can see we have also passed question number 10, so that is good. But sometimes in the exams you are going to be faced when they say the deployment is not reachable due to the service. So when you hear the deployment is not reachable due to the service, you need to ensure that you are checking the label. So let's say you check the labels. So okay, describe deployment, and then you say web app. Now when you describe the deployment, the only thing you are looking for is the selector. So I'll copy this one here. Because of the screen, I'll clear it again and then I'll paste this one here. This is the selector for the deployment, and then now I will check for the service that they will give me. So okay, get SVC, and then I will say -o wide, and then web app, the service name web app. Then now we can see these selectors match. So if these selectors match, then the app is actually going to be reachable on this IP, or whatever the IP is that you will get. So once this match, then you don't have a problem. But then when you see that the deployment, has a different label selector than the service, all you need to do is to either edit it or recreate the service. So I would always recreate, because that is going to be easier. So let us say now I'm faced with that task and I need to recreate it. I'll do it first. So I'll do k expose deployment. That is the fastest way to get it right. So k expose deployment, and then the deployment name, you say web app, and then you give it a name. So ensure that you are using the same name as the service. Give it a name, and then since the type is cluster IP, you actually don't need to do anything anymore. But if the type is node port, you have to do --type and then say node port. But this type is cluster IP, so we won't do anything. So I would save this file into svc.yaml. Yeah, we need also to give the port. So the port is port 80 dash port 80. Now we save it to YAML. Okay, because it already exists, that's why we didn't run it in client mode. So dash dry run, and then you say client dash o YAML. Now we've got it. So cat svc, and then now we can just replace it, so our service will be working. So okay, replace dash f svc.yaml. That's it. Then you will be done for this kind of task. So good luck in your exams, and if you need access to the same resource I'm using to practice, you can get it in the description down below. And don't forget to subscribe and also stay tuned for the next video. See you in the next one.